I had a very slow and calm and chill weekend, and because of that I didn't talk. I didn't really film anything either, to be honest, but I was with Erica and we had a very cute reading weekend. I managed to finish this one that I was reading, A Fate Inked in Blood, by, I think it's Danielle Jensen, yeah. This was so freaking good. It was so good. This is an ARC copy that I have, but I did get a Fairy Loot edition of it as well. That was my first Fairy Loot box. Adorable. It was so freaking good. It's part of a series. I don't know if it's a duology or a trilogy. I cannot remember right now. But it ended on a cliffhanger, and it was the kind of cliffhanger that made me want to tear my hair out, but it was also a good cliffhanger. It wasn't one where they were like left in danger and stuff like that. It just left a lot open as to what will happen in the next books. But this was so freaking good. I think I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads and everything. The only reason it didn't get 5 stars is because it's very heavy, like in subject matter, because there's like abuse and stuff like that. So it's kind of heavy in that way, but it was necessary for the plot. But then also it was heavy because it's a whole world building type thing, very high fantasy, because it's about Vikings and their magic system and stuff like that. So it was a lot to digest mentally, but it was still great. It wasn't as light and fluffy as I'm used to right now. I've been reading a lot of contemporary romances, so it wasn't as light and fluffy where you get loads of romance and adorable things happening. You kind of only got that in the last quarter of the book maybe, but it was still adorable when it did happen. It made it sweeter when it did happen, but it was so freaking good. The main character is Freya. She has god magic in her, and she basically goes through some trials and stuff. She has a destiny to fulfill, to make someone king. It never says who, like the prophecy never says who. It just says that she will make someone king of this entire nation, so it could be anybody, you know, so they're all fighting for it. Half of the guys want to kill her, half of them want to control her. You know, she realizes later on in the book that she doesn't actually want that for herself. She just wants the people she loves to be cared for and safe and not in danger, and she just wants to live her life, you know. She thought when she was younger that she wanted to be a shield maiden, that she wanted to go out on all these raids and be part of like the Vikings, you know, but she's realized that that isn't actually maybe what she wants at all. But it was adorable. It was adorable between her and Bjorn. It was so cute. It was so cute. So I finished that, and it was cute, as I've said a million times. It was just a lot of world building, which was hard for my mind to get round. But book 2 should be very interesting because things happened right at that end that made me want to throw my Kindle across the room. So straight after finishing that one, I then started this. Heartless by Elsie Silver, you know, part of the Chestnut Springs cowboy romance series. I did give this one 5 stars because I had a good time while reading it. Can I remember a lot of what happened? Not really, apart from it being a romance and cowboys and grumpy sunshine, a very strong female lead and a very grumpy guy, you know, who learns to let go of all his like issues, not all of his issues, but some of his issues, and realise that maybe romance is on the cards for him still. But basically, the guy in this, Cade, he is a rancher. I think he's the eldest brother out of all of them, and he has a son. Cannot remember what the son's name is, but he has a kid, and he needs a nanny to look after the kid while he's working on the ranch during the summer, just because it's not fair for a kid to be on the ranch, you know, all the time, not enjoying his summer. So he's trying to find a nanny. All the nannies basically just want him. They don't really want a nanny, and he doesn't want that. He wants someone that's going to focus on the child, which, fair. And he keeps rejecting every single one that they like the rest of the family come up with until I think it's Summer. So Summer is married or getting married to one of his brothers, and she says, like, she has an idea. The idea is that her friend's coming to town, Willa, and she can probably nanny. She'll probably be good at it. So, like, give her a chance, you know? Gives her a chance. It's an absolute hoot. An absolute hoot. And just adorable. Just adorable. The banter between them, the flirting, everything. It was so good. It was so freaking good. I'm not one for stories where they have kids in them. It isn't for me. But this was actually adorable. This was very cute. And I think it's because the child wasn't like a baby. It does end with a pregnancy and a baby, but that we knew that was going to happen. It's fine. It was still cute. So yeah, Heartless by Elsie Silver. And it was a good time, I think. I cannot wait to read the other 3 books that I haven't read so far. Yeah. And then the next day, because I finished that one literally before going to bed, I started Bride by Ali Hazelwood. We both read this one. Me and Erica both read Bride over that weekend. Erica read it before I did, so that was annoying, but it was on me because I didn't start it at the same time. But Bride, I had such high hopes when I picked this book up and when I saw it for pre-orders and I was just hearing about it. But it wasn't that good. I don't know if that's controversial, because everybody loves Ali Hazelwood, but it wasn't that good. And I'm kind of mad and sad about it, because I really wanted this to be good with every fibre of my being. I would say every Ali Hazelwood book that I've read so far has been great. I haven't read the YA one or like the short stories one, but all the other ones, the STEM girly ones, they have been good. I've enjoyed them. They've been 4 or 5 star reads. This one I gave 3 stars. I didn't like it at all. I stuck through it, I read it all. I think any other time I might have DNF'd it, which is a bold thing to say, but I did not like it. I liked parts of it. I liked the concept. I liked some of the characters. I just didn't like it overall, which is sad. The relationship between Misery and Lo was kind of shit. It was bland, which again, strong words. I can't believe I'm saying it myself. But it was just lacking so bad. So freaking badly. I think they just didn't really have any chemistry at all, especially considering they're meant to be mates, which is fated mates, you know, they're meant for each other kind of thing. But for some reason Lo decides that he's going to hide it from her, which, okay, maybe yes, right at the beginning, because you don't really know each other and like you're meant to be enemies, but when they start like being friends, because they become friends first, why would you hide it? It just doesn't make sense. And she finds out right near the end of the book and it causes a massive argument. That could have all been avoided. It could have all been avoided. And the plot could have progressed in a different way, a more interesting way. But no. I wasn't into it. The characters were kind of lacking, and the plot was just kind of all over the place, to be honest. It was lacking. I don't know. I'm going to try not to think about it too hard, because I've definitely read better vampire werewolf romances, or just vampire werewolf books in general. I mean, it was so lacking. It was so lacking. I think this would be alright if you've never read any other vampire or werewolf books before, or like you've only read a couple and you like more contemporary things. I think this would be fine, especially if you like a slower paced book, more of a slow burn, then this would be fine. But if you want more about vampires and werewolves, like more details and stuff and lore, I guess, about them, and a faster pace, you know, things are actually happening straight away, I would 100%, 1,000,000% even, recommend A Hunger Like No Other by Kresley Cole. Because A, Kresley Cole, my favourite author of all time, she can do no wrong, in my opinion. And B, A Hunger Like No Other is basically this, just better. Just better. The characters are way more vampire-y, werewolf-y. It's actually like part of them rather than being just like a side thing like it felt in this. And the plot moves very quickly. The romance is there very quickly because they are fated mates. It would be there very quickly. So if this was kind of disappointing to you, like it was to me, I would say A Hunger Like No Other by Cressley Cole. Just because. That's all I had. I just want to let you know the books I'd read. But I hope you enjoy seeing all the teeny tiny little clips of what we actually got up to over the weekend. There isn't much because I was having too much fun.